It is time. It is time. Indeed, it is time.
Time for me to murder you all. Yeah. Yes.
That time it wasn't me.
Wasn't me either. It's time for Duke and Badger.
To the ending.
Nom nom food.
Humba humba da. What's going on? Dun, 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 dun.
Someday soon we will break D&D. Someday soon I will murder all of my friends' fantasy characters with a giant squid kraken monster.
Yeah, giant squid monster.
Hmm. have you all been anyway?
What a shit.
I mean, totally understandable.
No,
Nothing's opened.
hardly anyone's been about either, so it's like...
Mm. Oh, and there he is. Peter. I definitely heard everything you just said.
Yeah, was sad.
Alright, fuckers, give me some rolls.
What the fuck did I click on? This is not the... There we go. This is where I need to be. Ugh. You can do it. You can do it, Chrome. Alright.
Well, I think we know who will be participating today.
It's our boy Kibble.
Show me your kibble!
Get some.
Alright, let me think back. Because I can barely remember anything.
Do you remember? Very September.
I remember it was debating whether to go down the ink-infested waters. Debating how we can clean it, make it clearer. Eventually we just went yeet and just went in. Fortunately, it was probably a good idea we didn't clean the waters because we learned that we were surrounded by piranhas. But they didn't see us as much as we saw them, so we were able to make our way down into an underwater cave. We see a giant-ass egg, and we can sense an oncoming threat. Hiding behind pillars, did bugger all. Instantly engage in combat. Everyone's fighting the giant squid. Varnex decides to come up with a plan, hopefully threaten the egg to calm the Kraken down. Was attacked by some unknown assailants. Now I lie unconscious, floating upside down like a fish.
Under the sea.
Meanwhile, everyone else is engaging the squid in ink-infested waters. Have I left anything else out?
I mean, the twos and fro's, but that is the essence of it, to be fair. I mean, yeah. And I'm just doing Severus's turn as we fight. Finish that sentence off. So, as the combat began, the creature had rolled a... Oh, well, before the combat began, it rolled a natural 20 on perception, so caught all of you, or a majority of you, immediately, and at that point the rest of you were forced to engage. Very rapidly, Sol got taken down by the aggression of the creature. Notice is currently pinned in place. A couple of you were thrown around like ragdolls by the thing. Hellfear in his shark form is getting a couple of nibbles off, but the creature for the most part is just getting angrier at this point. When Varnex tried to threaten the egg, a couple of strange white creatures, similar to the one you'd encountered above ground, had appeared and did something to him. To use the word cast doesn't apply, technically speaking. Imposed something on him that caused him to shut down, and he is currently unconscious with the same amount of health he had before going unconscious. So he's just sleep unconscious, not down unconscious. And yeah, a couple of spots were slung, and we're just kind of here now. So Severus is attacked. That's his whole deal. Half's done. And magic casters are very fun because they have a lot they can do. So I'm going to browse spells. So Nadissa, if you want to take a go, go ahead.
Okay, for the 100th time, I will try to get free of this stupid ass tentacle.
This it is a it's a grapple, so a strength check or athletics.
And I'm those are two very different things.
It's kind of your choice, to be honest. They basically both mean the same thing: strength or athletics.
If I can do a strength, I can do dex instead because of monk.
Yeah.
And I'll do that because wisdom didn't work last time.
Very nice.
And this worked. I should just go with dex. Fuck me.
Let me just check a few things because you are also
Am I free?
prone. So
But am I free?
we'll see. Hold on. Set conditions. You're grappled, which means okay. So none of that afflicts the rolls. Okay, cool. Both your rolls were fantastic. So even if you had disadvantage, you'd be fine. I just wanted to make sure. You are still prone, though you are no longer grappled by the creature and managed to escape.
Epic. Right. So I want to know because we have 15 feet of movement underwater, right? Wasn't it something like that? Half?
Yes, it's
Yes,
half of
I've-
your movement, which is not 15.
No. No, that's right. It's 20. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I also have that down to 15. My quills are out. Remember? I can't remember. Is that 15? It goes down to, or is it halved? I need to check. Where is it?
What is this? Sorry, I kind of zoned out.
You know my stance where my quills like where they like protrude.
Oh yes, I think.
It says it's reduced to 15 feet. So I'm gonna have you like think on that. Does it go down from 20 to 15, or do you want half so it's 10?
Hold on, let me find it.
On spinal wall, if you can't find it.
Bonus action protrude. Alright, movement speed is reduced to 15 foot a turn. I mean, well, if we're talking about you getting up, or are we talking about moving, just moving in general?
Also general movement, but also now I need to get up.
So your movement is, while spinal is up, flat 15. So air quote, half of your movement will be 5 feet of movement to
Yeah, okay.
to get up, and then you've got 10 foot of movement this turn.
Okay, excellent. Fine, I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Well, first of all, I'll get up, and then I'll group over here with my 10 feet. That's it.
Okay.
Gonna help our unconscious boy here when I get a chance to. That's it.
Then, in the meantime, Shark Boy without Lava Girl is going to take flight. If I can find where he is. A giant shark. And he's going to go nom. Well, definitely hits. Bite. 26 piercing. Okay, big bites. And that is all we can do with that, but he's going to move down here. I've just realised actually, I think he might have disadvantage because the ink cloud. Let me make sure. Each creature on the Kraken is turn. Spells, ink cloud, 6 foot radius. Yeah, heavily obscured creatures other than the Kraken. Nidissa, can I have a Constitution save, please? Because you are still in the poison.
You can. Got my speed out, did I not? Did I not? Okay. This time it seems to be popped up. Constitution. Constitution.
That is just a failure. You take 12 poison damage.
What about my resistance?
To poison?
Yes.
Then you take 6.
Hey!
Nice. As the as an ink, it's this inky like cloud is just it's kind of like causing you to sting when you breathe it in. It just kind of sucks.
Wait, did I take 6? Was it 6?
It's 6, yeah.
Oh, that's epic. That's my last of my 10 points. Hey!
Hey. Okay. Althea has done his attack, which hit Lilith. Demay is a magic caster, so yet again she is interesting. I'm trying to find a certain spell I think she should have. Is it gonna work is the question. 60 foot, blah blah, education, second level. And she is of a class for it. So, using her turn, she's gonna cast Gust of Wind directly forward, and because it's currently in water, and because things are fucky, and because I said so, the ink cloud is dispersed, or at least displaced enough that its effects can't stick around to be harmful. And after doing that, she can't attempt to escape, so she will... Would she attempt to get out? She would not, she would wait. And this has had her turn. Shark Boy would have took some damage before that. So, boop, boop. Brick, who is currently trapped underneath the Kraken. He's going to give it a whammo! Wow, he actually did do a whammo. And so, plus that. And that is him. Just check his health real quick. He's also gonna second wind. 1d10 plus fighter, so 7's not bad. And methinks, because he doesn't have anything else, that will be Brick, Sol, Carrick and Varnex, but obviously if you want to go in the line, Sol. Otherwise, you know.
Okay.
Success.
Nice.
What are you on?
Huh?
What are you on death save wise?
2 successes, 1 failure.
Okay. I remember the heart attack from last time. Carrick.
Am I prone due to being thrown against it?
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying. I'll use a good chunk of my movement to at least get unprone.
So you kind of kick yourself off of the ground and float up for a second. You slowly capture your movement again. What is your do?
My do, bear with me. You know, just for the sake of it, I am going to use... Wait, hold up. Never mind, actually. Because I think I queried this last time. We didn't technically have a rest since the first engagement, which was the bandits, have we?
You have not.
Because I think I used second wind, didn't I? Or was that action surge that I'm thinking?
I'm honestly not sure.
Oh yeah, no. Action surge, that's the one. It was because I was going to do multiple attacks on the Kraken as well as the extra attack, and then it was like, wait, no. I haven't got it. But I think I've still got second wind.
Here, I'll give you... There you go.
Lovely. Yeah, I forgot
Seriously.
I had that on.
It's usually what I tally with it.
Yeah. Then I'll use second wind as my bonus action.
Yes. So D10 plus your fighting level.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so that's good rounded 9. I'll take that. And that will be me, because I can't really move anywhere, can I? So,
Well, you've only used half your movement.
yeah, and that's 15 feet. So, underwater. Does that rule still apply, even with the underwater wall? So it would be half of 15? Or is it still half of 30?
You lose half of your original movement, which is 30, to air quote stand up, and then you've got the everything is an extra 5 foot thing from swimming. So you got
So
at least a
technically-
tile of movement.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother moving.
Okay.
It is pointless.
Then Varnex, you are currently asleep, essentially. In your slumber, the moments before being put there, you looked down toward the egg with that intention to swipe it, looking back, seeing if the creature has any attention. And within a second, something, a small thing of white in the corner of your eye appeared, and before you had the chance to turn and get a full view of it, multitudes of what felt like bouncing echoes of sound and some kind of maybe dialect was running through your mind, and it's like it caused a system crash, and you just felt everything tense up in that same moment. You became paralyzed for a second, and then your body just let go and your eyes shut. You catch a small glimpse of the same kind of creature you saw up above with the others before you went night-nights. Make, with disadvantage, a intelligence check.
Intelligence and
You are having a nice nap. You dream of something nice for once. You dream of home, being back, having succeeded your mission, bringing home the spoils of your ventures, and a particular item that you ventured out for. You look over the faces of the people you know, maybe care for. It's all in your own choice. As you return the item to them. In the crowd of people, you see a few of the faces are distorted, but because it's a dream and you're in that sort of same feeling most people have when they're in the dream, where they're like, I know this is a dream, but at the same time it's, it feels real. I treat it as if it's real, but a lot of the faces are distorted. And it kind of throws you at first, but mostly you just shrug it off, because it's a dream. Who cares? And that's your turn. The Kraken. It seems it has gotten to a threshold, we'll call it. And now, with its large frame, it's going to actually begin using its legendary actions properly. As well, a boy over there is currently grabbed. The creature will move his unconscious body closer to itself while striking. So it will move him as far as its natural reach goes with a certain other attack, which is 15 feet. And then it's going to fling Lilith. Throw it 60 feet in a direction. Hi, Connor.
Oh,
So, very quickly being thrown across the ocean. Just check the range. Okay. So, the flung target is no longer grappled. As she comes flying in your direction, you see she's trying to cast something to prepare to stop herself, but doesn't have the time. As she's thrown toward you, can you make me a dexterity save or a strength saving throw? The strength will be to catch her and stop her from
yeah, I'll do a strength.
slamming. That is a failure in the sense of she's still going to take damage, but neither of you are going to get slammed into the ground.
Fair enough.
So, from where she was, the pair of you are going to take that bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'll be taking 7 then. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. And as she strikes, you manage to catch her. The pair of you still standing. She kind of looks up to you with a little bit of bloodiness across her face, but mostly fine. So the creature is then going to use its last 2 attacks on Sabrus. First one is going to be a tentacle to...
Actually, hold up. I just realised something.
Yes.
I need to roll my strength save again.
Okay.
Because if I remember correct, I get advantage on strength saving
While you're that
throws
size.
while I'm giant. Yep. So I'll just roll strength again.
Yes. That is a success.
Lovely.
You can take that health back.
Thank you.
So she's thrown your way. You using the momentum that she's got coming your way. You kind of slink down a little, wait for her to go just a little bit past you. You push against the water and hold the waves from carrying her further. It's like she gets a buffer, and then you quickly sweep your arm around, using your own body to cover the waves, and let her just kind of gently pillow slap into you, and the pair of you take no damage.
Nice.
So yeah, the first attack is going to be on Sabrus with a tentacle. Absolutely hits. And then, because he is hit and grappled, the creature is going to attempt to bite him. And because it is larger, smaller, and grappled, absolutely hits. Jesus. Natural 20. The creature eats Sabrus, bites him, chucks him in his stomach. He is blinded, restrained, has total cover against attacks and other outside effects, but takes 96 acid damage at the start of each of the Kraken's turns. If it takes 40 or more damage from a creature inside of it, it has to make a Constitution save, or it will regurgitate Sabrus. If it dies, the creature is no longer restrained and can escape with 15 feet of movement, exiting prone. But yeah, so he is restrained and blinded, and not technically grappled. As the creature noms. That's its 3. So that will be the Kraken's turn. Severus inside of it, being blinded and restrained, has all of the disadvantages. So it has disadvantage on attacks, obviously can't see anything it's attacking. Speed is 0, of course. Disadvantage on dex saves, even though it's not really going to matter too much. Sabrus is going to do what Sabrus can do, and is going to attempt to attack. And he will reckless as well, so he attacks at normal. with a swing. Both miss. The first one not by much. Okay. And that is Severus as he ends his turn. The creature is going to attempt to cast a lightning storm. So 3 creatures in 120 feet of its choice. Makes a dex save. Nidissa, I'd say Lilith and Carrick, as you 3 are the real ones it's after at the minute. Give me a dexterity save, please.
Dexterity.
To avoid this damage. Just try to find her. Hold on. Boop. Yeah, absolute fail. Each of you take 27 lightning damage.
Wait, 17 didn't cut it, did it?
Nope.
I had a feeling it would be high. So,
Well-
27, you say?
Yes, lightning.
Lovely.
Is this everyone?
No, it's only
No.
those 3. As it casts it specifically at them. Nidissa goes unconscious. Halfir is a shark. Seeing shit go down, I think. Let me just check something. Third level, he doesn't have that. He is going to bite as a shark with a 1-2 bap. Takes a large chunk again out of the side of the creature, bites into one of its tendrils, and then he's going to slip out of his form to bonus action slap his palms together, throw magic over towards Sol, and cast Healing Word. Sol, you get
Oh,
5
nice.
HP and you stand.
Nice.
Prone, but stand. Words. Still grappled by the creature.
Nice.
And that is his turn. Lilith over there. Is probably gonna follow suit. And let's see. She can go 4 or 5 feet. Cast Healing Word on Unidissa. Assuming it goes into the chat. What is it doing?
Oh,
Hmm.
I can see.
I can,
I can
fight!
4 HP, I'll take it.
It's actually 8.
Hey! Holy shit.
Bigger healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
she
fuck
does
you,
that.
piece of calamari.
She can get... yeah, that far. So that's a bonus. that. Spell casting is a very time-consuming fact. She's gonna cast Guiding Bolt, 2nd level. Just check a thing real quick. So damage increase spell 1d6. So change that. Yee. Okay, so we've got one total of 16 damage. She doesn't have advantage on it, so the attack unfortunately misses. She casts the bolt toward the creature. It swings with a wide arc. A lot of the water, in a weird way, buffets against the spells. It's trying to arc through pressure of the water, and then its tendril just like slaps against it. Seemingly it took something of a bit of damage from hitting it, but not enough for it to care. Melissa.
Alright. Well, first of all, I think I'd like to drink my green healing potion.
Nice.
So I'll do that. Good joink. Okay. Now for my next stunt.
Go ahead.
I think I will proceed to.
General reminder, and just to check, the healing potion is it's kind of like a stacked thing. So you've got up to 20 healing you can give yourself over any point.
Yes.
Did you use all of it?
Yes.
Okay. Carry on.
I figure I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, yeah.
I will move up here because this is the farthest I can go.
Yes.
And I am wondering, do I need my spine wall? I think I do need my spinal wall. Cheat close again. Fucking. Be like this to me. Well, yeah, might as well. Deals a little damage if they hit me. Yeah, okay, this is my action. Because you're so far away. Next turn.
Come back here and fight me.
Next turn, you're done for, buddy.
Okay. So as your turn comes around, Rick has already attempted the swing and has unfortunately not done so well. That is his turn. Sol, before your turn comes around, at the end of Brick's, our dear smacky boy, is going to attempt to. I was going to say fling you, but the only direction I can fling you is against the person to your left, which is knocking you prone. Fun, but not helpful.
Oh, so is it attacking me?
No. It is going to attack Lilith, however, with a smacky smack. And hits her, and she gets whacked, grappled, and her health is incredibly low. So,
How does it look even?
a lot of chunks of it have been torn out by Halfir the shark, and you guys pummeling it with strikes. It looks very badly hurt.
Okay, so half movement to stand up, right?
Yes.
So technically I can move up to here, give or take.
You are grappled and restrained. You have 0 movement other than removing
Oh
prone.
wait, I'm restrained? Fuck. Okay, but at least I can remove those.
So your speed becomes 0, can't benefit from anything with speed. Attacks against you have advantage, and attack rolls you do have disadvantage. And you've got disadvantage on dex saves, but you know.
Okay.
You can attempt to break free as an action, or you can,
I can Misty Step.
yeah, you can do that.
I'm a Misty Step.
Cheat code.
Bing.
You very quickly just shift into mist and disappear 30 feet away.
So that's a bonus action.
Yes.
Will it be an action to chug a potion?
Depends on which one.
The accumulative.
Yes, that one will be an action. I'll say, if you're going from 1 to 10 health, add on top. It's a bonus action. If you're chugging the full thing, that's an action.
I just want this thing dead, so I'm going to use Magic Missile 3rd level, I think. So that's the only thing I have
Hot damn.
left. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I could use Chromatic All, but I wanna draw hit, and those could hit a lot.
so how many do you have? So you're creating 3 more.
It's 3, 4, 5. I think that's 20 hit points.
You've got 3 as base. You then have another as second, another as third, another as... Oh yeah, you can't snake a third. No, I think you... Okay, my brain. Yeah, you've got 5. So...
Yeah, 5 times 4, 20.
Yeah.
20 damage.
Okay, so as you cast, and these bolts take a weirdly kind of purple orb-like appearance before they fire, and then they turn into darts as usual and pummel the creature, and you see as its body kind of thrashes around, and its eyes, they kind of spark for a second as they turn toward you. Is it your turn?
I'm not dying before I cast Fireball. So I'm not dying here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Oh wait, can I? I didn't use my movement, so I'm gonna do.
Okay. Carrick.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
How much was the movement reduced by again in water?
Half.
Half, okay.
Every step is 10 instead of 5, basically.
Okay, as I had the feeling. Just curious, if I was to move where my marker is here,
Yeah.
would I technically be in range of hitting the tentacle?
I mean, with how all of it works, there's big air quotes with it all, but yes. In a technical sense, that's not where its space is, but yeah, because it is grappling Lilith.
Because I would like to attack the tentacle,
Mm-hmm.
not only to do damage, to also unrestrict Lilith.
Yes.
Right, and
I will say then,
you say.
it's taking half damage because it's not the main body you're hitting. But the AC for it will be less. So its actual AC is closer to 20, but the tentacle will be 15 in this regard.
Gotcha.
So you've got to hit it with a 15 or more.
Okay, first attack.
Nice. And I will say that will do it. As you just cleave it in half, the
But the other question
tentacle
is,
retracts.
before it retracts, will I be able to do an extra attack to hit it one more time?
Make a dexterity check.
Just a plain dexterity check, yeah?
Mm-hmm. You may.
Lovely. Oh, that doesn't hit.
That does not.
That's fine with me.
At the very least, you managed to cleave it, and the part of it restraining Lilith beyond where you'd cut just kind of loosens and slowly begins drifting as the tentacle retracts. You try to get a last swing, but you just about miss cutting it again as it just moves swifter than you can.
Yep.
Is that you?
That will be me.
Lennox, give me an intelligence check.
Again with disadvantage.
Yes. So,
You said advantage, right?
no, just disadvantage.
Hmm.
Oh damn, you got a 20, hell yeah. But, yeah. The duality of your last versus this one. It would have been just a normal roll for this one if the other one wasn't one. So the check is a 12 in this regard. You, while sleeping, begin to notice a lot of the flaws, and your mind is associating this with an actual dream. Though again, because it is a dream, there's also that weird, because your mind's associating it with reality, it's that weird 50-50. You're slowly realizing that you shouldn't be sleeping right now. You have to wake up, but you're not trapped in the dream. You are just sleeping so blissfully that it's tough to get out of it. In your dream, as you're looking around and you'd returned the item, you've headed up to an altar where it would usually be perched, made sure it was kept wrapped tight, ceremoniously given all of the magical, physical, brickworked, guarded, every defense you can think of before leaving it again. And when you're sure you're done with it, and you leave the place it's kept for a moment, as you leave, there is a flash of a face of one of those creatures in front of you, wearing the outfits of your order. And it's kind of that effect you have where you feel like you see someone familiar on the street and you kind of have to like double take them, and your eyes drift away for a second, then drift back. The face returns to a normal, just blurred background figure, and you continue on. And as you continue on, moving down the long, long stairway towards a village nearby, you feel eyes, that kind of crawling back, something crawling along your back effect, and eyes on you. And you just suddenly feel very uncomfortable. But that's your turn. The Kraken still has Savras consumed, so it's going to do a 9d6 acid damage to him. So here's the first lot, and the second lot, for a total of 27. And his health is even lower. The Kraken is going to start moving.
No, come back here, you piece of shit.
And so very rapidly its tentacles slap along the ground and it starts pushing itself and almost gliding through the water, wading through it. Still being grappled. Brick is released. as the creature leaves. The creature is more attempting to throw him out of the way, but Brick is going to attempt to attack Bippity. And now hit. The creature kind of just flips him backwards as it begins to stride away. You guys notice it seems in a hurry. It is heavily damaged. But you see as it seems to have just turned and looked towards the back where Varnex had run off to. And now it's moving at a fast pace over toward that area. Before its turn finishes, it's going to, as its action, do a lightning storm.
For fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, baby. Nadissa, Brick, and Carrick, give me a dexterity save, please. And Brick. Brick fails and he goes down. You two both just succeed. And we'll take half, which will be 12 damage, I believe. Lightning.
Jesus Christ.
Are you enjoying yourself, Lee?
I mean, there's so much more evil things I can do to you, so sure. Yeah, after it moves, that's its turn. Just goes lightning arcing out toward you each. Severus still being carried alongside its body. It's going to start attempting to swing and swing and swing. So Bippity Boppity. So it has that. The first one does hit. From the inside, there is a series of strikes that are being made as the creature's body is just slowly giving up. Severus on the inside is causing the creature a lot of havoc. The second attack does not hit, but the other one did pretty good damage. That is Severus. With Severus's turnover, the creature is going to Ink Cloud and try to hold you all off as long as it can. I removed the thing, but I'm going to put it right back there. Ink Cloud was 60-foot radius around the creature. Halfear is gonna just come over. Uses action to dash a little bit, but then that's his turn. Lilith is gonna come out. Ends its turn, okay. Is gonna come out of the fog because she is currently very heavily damaged. What are you guys wanting to do before I move Lilith any further?
What do we want to do?
Mm-hmm.
We want to fucking bippity boppity is cracking off its own property because it's caused us so much bother.
Okay. Then I'm going to retract her being moved and instead going to cast the Gust with her again. So she will remove the cloud once more. That is her action and one of the last spell slots that she has. After she does that, she's going to save the other spell slot. Instead, she's going to come over here. Cover some distance. It is so.
Well, shit. He foiled my plans. I am less than useless.
Well, you can dash as a bonus action, remember?
I can, yeah, but I mean, that like get me here. Just already tell this guy's it's gonna be a bitch.
No, what's is your passive movement 30 then?
No, if you're dashed.
I'm gonna yell an insult at him in a language he can't understand.
You feel like it's really effective.
Nice.
That's why it's running away, even before it heard it.
Yeah, I knew. See?
Yeah.
I get the chance to get close to him and he runs away. Guys, I did it again. That's it. I have nothing to do. Like I can only curse at him.
Okay.
I'm gonna show the translation. Still have comprehend languages, I think.
Yes.
It's very scathing.
I said his mother was a hamster and his father smelled of elderberries. That's what I said. Loosely translated, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would you like to do, Sol?
I thought in your general direction.
It's super effective.
Mhm.
What would you like to do, Moss? Was it?
Ah, sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry. I wish I could help Brick, but I can't at this moment because I'm too far away. You said that chugging the potion whole would be an action, right?
Yes.
What about like half?
Yeah, like I was saying, half is bonus action. The full thing's an action.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it down to 10, add me 9. Why not? Yeah. And chill touch.
Damn!
Oh, wow.
Damn, bitch!
Hold on.
Hold up.
Oh, wait. There's more.
Fucking.
Yeah, and I totally reached him.
It's a trap!
Okay. So, hold on. Let me just make sure of something real quick.
Even the roll is. Oh, wow.
I know,
Even
double 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking chaotic. Mosey,
Mm.
have you ever killed a kraken before?
Oh!
Hey! Oh!
It had 9 HP left.
Oh!
Ooh.
So
Fuck yeah.
I have.
Fuck yeah.
I'm thankful.
how do you do it?
Okay, so I felt where the tentacle is, right?
Yeah.
So I essentially just sent out the hand to one of his officers without much care in the world, just grabbed it and did a little mayhem inside, then took it to me. Would that be possible?
Absolutely, it's a fucking kill with a nat 20. You go ahead.
I
So
would have turned his spleen into a hamster, but I'm just saying.
as you cast the chill touch, against the creature for a second. It grabs the tentacle. You see the tentacle very immediately freezes, and then the chill touch moves up the freezing tentacle, slides down into this spot on the round about the back of its head or neck. You're not too sure of the anatomy, but who cares? It's dying, and it seems to like gouge into the back of the creature, and you see it doesn't stop moving at this point. It's still slipping away, and for a second, as you're casting the spell, you're feeling it getting more powerful. Almost, you're using all of your capacity to destroy this thing. As it slips through this open injury, you see this large chunk at the back of its head starts to lose colour. It starts to go pale, and then you wrench your own hand backwards as if to make a pulling motion. And as you do, the chill touch, the shape of a chilled hand, rips from the back of its head. A circular object, and the creature, it suddenly just starts to float forward with the speed that it was moving. And you see the body is just limp, and the tentacles are all moving in different directions slowly as the body just flies along. A couple of seconds later, a giant sword tears through the side of the creature and rips the rest of it open, and Savras comes falling outward as you see the rest of the body of the creature slowly begins turning to ice. With the chill touch hand returning back to you, floating at your side, it's clutching very tightly whatever that thing is, and as it floats in front of you, the chill touch hand disappears, crumbles, and as that crumbles, the kraken also falls to pieces, large segments of ice, as it dies. And
I
well,
didn't think Chill Touch was an ice type base damage.
it is in this case. It's not ice damage, but it's flavouring.
Okay.
And does it?
Then it rots instead.
It's all the fun of the fair, as it
Mm-hmm.
as the chill touched hand, which could be like a skeletal hand, whichever way you want it, as it rots away in the middle of the water, leaving these little flakes of death for a second before they dissipate. You see floating in front of you another very familiar looking orb.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. As you grab it, immediately it starts shifting into new patterns and shapes until eventually it stops, and a series of words that you kind of have to like overanalyze for a second because they're all in different spaces. It's like you have to fulfill a puzzle first, but it takes you about a minute as you're kind of like looking it over. But it says the egg is the key, the egg is the child.
The egg is the key, the egg is the child. So I'm guessing where Varnix went.
Possibly. What do you guys want to do? You have the floor while I resuscitate Brick with Lilith.
Wait, Lilith is down?
No, Brick is done.
Ah, okay. I think we'll go over to Varnix. I'm going to tell everyone that, of course, and I'm going to make my way over here.
I'm just gonna chug that green healing potion.
Mm-hmm. The whole thing?
The whole thing. I
Okay.
need it. So I get 20 HP back.
Lilith and Halthir both grab a arm from Brick and they begin to escort him across the waters as Brick is still unconscious until they get over to Savras, who is
I'll
currently
start swimming over.
like wiping all the like viscous like blood and guts off of himself. His form then drops to normal.
Oh, this part, I think my form drops, don't it?
Yes, indeed. Bippity
That'd be
boppity.
weird. As I come over, his form drops and then my form drops, and we it's sort of like a weird mutual.
The big
Yeah,
boys drop.
sorry, what you
No, no, nothing. Just a bloop.
say?
So as you guys all swim over, Rick is placed down against one of the pillar sides. Severus kind of sits there. Helfir walks over, starts inspecting some of the rocks, keeping an eye on the egg as well. Lilith is taking some samples off of the rock, like chipping them away. What do you guys want to do? You can see Varnex is rested against some of the weird, like, parts of reef or coral that is holding onto the egg, like the egg was made in this place. You can see a living creature inside of it, a tadpole of some kind.
I'm going to remain wary, but slowly approach Varnex.
Poke.
I'm just going to simply pull Varnex away from the egg very slowly whilst looking around everywhere.
Make a perception check.
Power off.
No, I'm doing perception check, not power off.
Oh no, it's my speaker.
I love that. Power off. No, I'm doing a perception check. No, no.
Shut up, Connor, the speaker has spoken. Go to bed.
Okay, fine.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nice. So, as you kind of like get a little bit closer, looking around the place, you place your hand on his shoulder, and then as you're looking around, you see behind a series of these weird large crystals. Further at the back, you see a figure is hugged behind one of them, and it's just looking over toward you each, holding onto the back of the crystal, its head barely eking out. You can see what looks to be a series of like holes in its face, and you're not too sure where the eyes are, but you can just about see the head in the first place, and it seems to just be observing.
I'm going to realise this, not make it too obvious, but very slowly start moving back whilst carrying Varnex.
Okay.
I'm going to move back to here, right next to Sol.
Yep.
And as I get there, I'm going to very subtly whisper to Sol, saying, "We are being watched. Don't make it obvious, but to the crystal, far left, up high, hugging behind it."
Can I see it without looking suspicious?
Make a deception or performance check. Very nice. So, as he wanders over, he says that you kind of give it a couple of seconds before you start like looking around. You look over toward where you'd fought the Kraken, and you look over at the decayed large chunks of the body that are separating and fizzling away. And then you kind of like start slowly looking a little more toward the left of the caves, looking at each of the crystals specifically until you kind of look over here a little, and you don't fully see the creature, but you kind of catch a small white glimpse behind a shade of orange, and you don't get the full image of it. It is hidden, it is actually hidden, but you can see enough of it to know it's there.
Would I be able to somehow guess what this is?
without a better view of it, not with any good guess.
Okay, right now there was sleeping Varnex at my feet, so I'm going to try to how do you call it? Mental defibrillator.
A mental alarm, if you will.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
going
back.
to try to just, like someone is almost dead and you need to jumpstart their heart. So same with
Alex,
the
get
mine.
ready for school.
What do you say? Because I think yours is it's just a verbal communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what do you say?
I'm going to say, wake up, Varnex. It's time for school. Wake up.
It's time for adventure.
You forgot the stove on.
So in the middle of
Time for adventure.
in the middle of your dream, Lonex, it's kind of become a bit of a blur. Everything's moving at 1,000% speed, but at the same time, you're aware of everything that happens as if it were a normal speed. It's a weird concept, but dreams as usual. One thing blips to another, and it's normal. It's the reality of dreams. Until everything has this sudden crystal clear vision for you as you hear Sol's voice saying those words. Then very quickly the world around you becomes shallow. A lot of the colour fades and you know that the dream is ending. As your eyes slowly flicker open, the wash of water running over your face, through your body. You look around, the glimmering lights from the crystals keeping this place illuminated. And what do you say, Odu?
Do I wake up?
Oh yes.
I guess I slowly open my eyes and see everyone around me, and then suddenly remember what happened, and suddenly remember the kraken, and my arms and legs just flail around. Go, what happened? Where was it? What?
You're welcome,
Right,
by the way. We kind of thought it while you came over here.
I have no notion of what happened to me. Do I, Lee?
You,
I just go to the egg and then sudden blip.
yeah, you just about caught the appearance of one of those creatures at the end of, just before you fell unconscious. Beyond that, you're not sure specifically. You just know you were getting close to the egg. You turned around, looked toward the creature with that whole aggressive display, and then everything just started shutting down.
Alright, so I guess in a confused state, I put my hand to my head and I'm trying to remember what happened. I see that the kraken's dead, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. I remember swimming to the egg and I spoke with Carrick about trying to get things attention, and suddenly, then I guess I remember seeing something, and my eyes go wide, and I start to look around to try and see anything around here. Can I see anything? Can I see those creatures?
Make a perception check. No.
I ever roll good?
It's the grogginess of just waking up, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
I still got sleep in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
I sort of look at him and I say, "What are you trying to look for?"
I turned and I was like, I swore I saw something. It looked kind of like.
Carrick will lean in as you start mumbling, and Carrick will just say, "By any chance, is it somewhat of a floating thing with That's white and has holes in its face.
I can hear the tone in Carrick's voice, and I know the low key, so I just slowly nod my head.
Yeah, we're
Agreed.
being watched. And assuming you were aggressive, it's probably prone to aggression. So, let's say, I sort of look around everyone. I just say, I'd probably say we remain calm and maybe, well, try not to be aggressive towards anything at this moment.
I will make note that it seemed to only react while you were near the egg. Everyone else was already attacking the Kraken, and they didn't seem to do anything to them.
But about aggression in this
Hmm.
general area.
Mm-hmm.
I just say, I don't feel hurt any more than I did before. Maybe they don't mean to hurt us. They're probably just protective of whatever this is.
Probably.
Alright. I see the dead Kraken. Well, congrats. I'm assuming you got what we came for.
I sort of head nod backwards at Soul to my left.
Yes and no. We still got one more thing. The new Pentacle told me the egg is the key, the egg is the child. So I'm guessing we still have something to do with this. And I point to the. And I don't point, never mind.
What, is this thing somehow the gate?
Could be, could be.
Carrick, you notice that the creature, as soon as Sol starts to mention those words, the creature, you see a little bit more of its head start to eke up as it looks a little bit more interested. You can see its full face now. It's these series of it's like a gelatin. It's like a like weird squid faced. It looks like it's got tentacles for some kind of legs, and it's almost like see through. It kind of looks with more enthusiasm.
And then I'll go back to saying very quietly, saying, well, the thing seems to understand common.
Well, how did he react? How did it react?
It seems to be floating more curiously.
We use. Hold on. Before that, I'm going to telepathically ask Halfir if he found something interesting over there.
Before that, another one, mostly for Carrick's view, pokes its head out for a second, looks towards you all, and then hides its head behind the crystal and disappears. As you mentioned toward Halfir, he's currently looking up toward the egg. He's obviously floating in place. He's stroking his chin, turns back, looks at you for a second, turns to look up toward the creature again. I'm not too sure. There's something otherworldly about it. I'm hearing whispers from it in the same tone as another that I've heard a long, long time ago when I first joined my little crusade to finding out everything about the Pentacles. So I'm assuming this thing probably is the gate in some weird way or another.
Mhm.
And we do have 3 cores now, so maybe if we find a phrase or a connection between the 3, we can use this creature to create the gate.
So the thing, okay. So I'm going to like whisper to my surroundings. Do you think I should take it out? They seem that they're not really into harming people. Worst case,
There's also
I'm
more than
gonna
one
take a
way.
nap.
There's more than one.
There's more than one, yeah, but I'm talking about just, for starters, the one that I got just now.
No, I'm talking about the creatures that are looking at us. There was another one hidden around to the right side. As you were somewhat looking towards Halfair, the other one popped its head out and went back into hiding.
Well, considering how Varnak is not dead, I assume that they don't really hostile, so
But we still keep our wits about us.
okay, I'm going to take out the new pentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Any reaction? Anything?
The one that you guys have, or at least Connor has view on, it pulls itself just a little bit higher up, not enough to be visible to most eyes. Pulls itself up a little more, grabbing onto the top end of the crystal, using it to hold itself in place. Its head ekes out just enough to see the core. Seems curious.
Okay. And I take out the other one.
Is interested.
There doesn't seem to be any like physical difference really. But it's still watching.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
If
more curiosity from one by the looks of it.
Okay. So I'm going to put the first one back in my bag and take the new one with both hands and start approaching the egg
Mm-hmm.
slowly, step by step.
As you're walking over, the sight becomes a bit skewed from where you are of the creature. But for Carrick, you see the creature is no longer looking at your group. Its eyes, or from what you can tell of eyes, are fixed on him and keeping an eye on him and where he's going. As with the core, as you get closer toward the creature, it swims towards where you are, inside of its egg. You see these very, very it's almost like a T-Rex level of stubby arms that it's got. It seems mostly an aquatic creature, but it's these very teeny tiny like hands and very tiny like fingers. As it floats in front of its egg, it gently places its hand onto the egg.
Now I'm going to take the pentacle a bit closer then.
As you do, as you get somewhat a little bit closer to the egg, you see as the core starts to shift. It only shifts once, and then a couple of seconds later it shifts again. And you can see the eyes of the creature inside of the egg. They go from this dark black, these balls of endlessness, to this little pebble of white in the midst of black. And you see the core every couple of seconds shifts and shifts and shifts until eventually you can make out a sentence that basically says, "Hello, my saviour."
Oh, the Da Vinci Code.
Sure. It's not that dramatic, but yeah, sure.
Hi, who are you?
Do you say that aloud or in your head?
I say that in my head for now.
The orb shifts and shifts and shifts again, until eventually it says, "I don't understand, but I am welcoming."
Who are the creatures that surround us, and are they harmful to us?
This time, as the core starts to shift, it seems it does it in less of a staggered way, a one shift every couple of seconds, and more of a swift shift from one letter to the next, to the next. There's barely a second of difference. As you see the little white pearl slowly increases in size and in the pitch black of its eyes, and it says, "These are these are followers, these are kin. They do not belong to me."
What is your purpose? How did you get here?
It says, "I don't fully know. I was born like this, in this, and I have never been able to escape."
So what? You said that I'm your savior? How so? Am I supposed to let you out?
You see the little creature that's kind of just floating there in front of it, with its kind of weird, steely kind of body with these little. It kind of reminds you as like a weird fish with the scales it's got over itself. They kind of shimmer slightly when the green water flows around it, and it catches the light of the crystals. "Are you not my savior?" You kind of add your own inflection of a question there.
Mhm. Okay, at this point, I'm just going to tell everyone what I've been talking,
Mhm.
and I'm going to continue doing this verbally, talking verbally, and saying what it says to me.
For a bit of speed for you, if you try to talk to the creature out loud, it doesn't understand, it can't hear you.
Mhm.
As long as
So
you're
I'm going to
talking mentally. Mhm.
think and then say out loud.
Mm-hmm. So what he's.
It's kind of complicated. I did not know that there was a creature such as you down here. But what do you plan on doing once and if you escape?
It takes a second to reply, as you see the head kind of shifts a little to left and right as it bobs around the water for a second. It seems to think about the answer. "I don't know. I hear things, I feel things. I want to know what they are and why they call me, and why I was left here. Why the only people that I can speak with are people who choose confusing words to speak back to me with, and the only other person that could speak with me is you. I have questions. A lot of questions. I don't know anything yet."
Would I somehow know anything regarding this because of flashbacks that the Pentacle gave me or whatever? Or this is an enigma for me as well.
Make a nature check real quick. Be right back.
So, should we let it out?
It's my truth. Shall set you free. God, damn, it's terrible.
Be about 5 minutes, I believe. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I meant tears and flu, but that's it. Okay.
Hi.
You've no idea what this creature is.
No.
The fact that it's been left here is concerning. By the looks of the egg, it has never been opened. It seems very sturdy, but it is see-through. It's with a feel. It's like some kind of hyper dense glass. Like it's kind of like a bulletproof glass situation. But in a weird way, it also feels fragile, like an actual egg would be. But you notice as Health is kind of looking over, as he's like pressing his hand against the side of the egg, you see he's kind of like intentionally like ripping at it to feel the density of it for his own reasons, and he's struggling. Whereas if you hold your hand against it, you can feel like the fragility of it. You feel even touching it, like your fingers would slip through. But as for the creature, it looks like a child, is as best as I can tell you. It looks like not a newborn by any regards, but it's infantile, and maybe it's some kind of developing species based on its environment. And since it hasn't had the chance to do anything more than grow in an egg, surrounded by crystals with its only friends and acquaintances being creatures that can't or refuse to communicate with it, it could be anything. It could become anything.
How big is it?
Statistically, size-wise, it just about borders large. So it's medium for the purposes of like height and weight, because
I see.
it looks like it would crawl along the ground, but it's just very long.
Can I see if there's any inherent evil with him?
Make an insight check. With no real ability to determine its facial features when speaking, and you're talking to the orb pretty much. In the fact it's a child, seemingly. There's no real way to discern intention just yet.
If we let you out of here, what do you intend on doing?
I don't know. I don't know what there is, what I am, what we are. And as it's makes the core say that. Its like very tiny hand is like touching the egg, and it's looking at you as it says we. And then it looks back at the others. What those are, I want to learn.
Okay, let me talk to my friends over here, and I'll be right back with you. So, what do you guys think?
Like, this is confused.
Right. What exactly are you trying to gauge from it?
What did you say? Couldn't quite hear that.
How come closer as I say that, and I'll just say, I'm still trying to figure out what you're trying to personally gauge from it.
I'm just trying to see what it is. What's its purpose? What's it intends on doing if we let it out? Oh, do I see the one that popped out over there?
The one behind you, no. The one to the left and right, you just about managed to see them. They're not actively showing themselves, but
I'm guessing that's my vision.
Can I now try and determine what that is?
what the creatures?
Yeah.
Make an Arcana check. Oh, this is going so well for you right now.
I had one good roll, and that's it.
You don't know for any real certainty. They're obviously some kind of guardian to these creatures. Maybe something created by the mother, the father, of whatever made them, and whatever made the creature. They don't look right. There's some kind of amalgamation of magic and I'm trying to find the appropriate word here, but magic and recreation. They're something created for the specific purpose of being here. But beyond that, you could guess 1,000 things and maybe be wrong, maybe be right.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think we should do?
This thing is somehow the key to opening the next gate. But if memory serves, I point to Carrick, while we were fighting your lot, the gate was activated. So, chances are someone's been through here quite recently.
You say that, but do remember, I came across the consensus that it could either be this place or somewhere else has been activated upon.
It was quite close. There was an earthquake.
Yeah, seismic shift that could have been caused from anywhere. And what we felt might have been either exactly where it occurred or literally just the brunt of what the main scale was, where it actually occurred from. At best, we're clutching at straws here.
I turned to Selfie and Healthy and Soul. The gate that was activated could have been this one or another one.
I mean, honestly, activating the gate could probably be letting this creature out. I don't think the gate was activated here because of what how the whole conversation went. Since he is the key and he's still stuck in there, it is the key. I don't think the gate was activated here. It could be in a different location.
Alright.
Do you guys think we should try talking to those creatures?
That is the question.
Okay.
That is if they want to be talking to us, because they seem to be either hiding from us or they don't even know that they've been spotted yet.
I'm going to turn around to this one.
Mm-hmm.
How does it react?
Do you look directly at it?
Mm-hmm.
As you look directly at it, the creature, you're not sure if it's staring at you or not. It seems it's still looking in the same kind of area. But as you make your intention known and look, you get this weird kind of tingling sensation. It's sort of like when you apply your intention to someone and you talk to them, you're getting that in return. Something's attempting to connect with you.
So like a Skype conversation.
Yeah. You're getting a call. You're gonna pick up, or
Uh-huh.
Ding ding.
Hello?
as you say that, you see the head of the creature. It kind of shifts a little away from the crystal and it looks toward you. The core in your hand begins to shift, and the core says, "Why?"
Why? What? Why did the chicken cross the road? Why am I here?
It then changes to the egg. Why?
What about the egg? Why
You.
what?
Why the egg?
I don't know why the egg is here.
You. Why?
Why am I here? For this, and I hold the thing out.
You.
Yes. Me.
For context, it's because it's saying no. Why are you here?
Yeah. And I already told you I'm here for this.
The creature stares. It still remains behind the crystal. The core shifts, and this time it seems to say, "But the egg is not ready."
When will it be ready? And why do you mean by ready? What do you mean? Sorry.
The father, the mother, the child, the kin, and the king. None are here. The child is not ready.
Oh, hold on. Creature. What did it say?
The father, the mother, the child, the kin, and the king are not here. The child is not ready.
Who are all those people you talked about?
They are our people. Until they are here, the egg is not ready to leave. We will protect it.
I see. So for now, who are... How do I get to them? Of course I'm saying this out loud, so everyone could follow.
Hmm.
If anyone wants to interject, feel free. Of course.
We do not know. We only protect the egg. But you have the orbs. You might find them. You surely have met one of them by now.
Do I recall anything specific?
Make a history check.
Oh, maybe.
There's nothing that particularly comes to mind of importance in this weird regard, but when you guys had first opened the the Earth Gate, sorry, when you guys had first started the game in Solomon's Cave, there was something some kind of energy or spirit that left the cave with you. It could have been that.
Left the cave with it? You mean the...
After
Well,
you'd
w-
fought the balancing scales and got the second
after
core,
we... Okay.
something else left that place with you.
That we didn't notice.
Oh no, some of you did notice.
Some of us, you mean Halfield?
I think so, yeah.
Because I don't remember anything.
It was a while ago, to be fair, but it did happen.
Okay, so would I or anyone of us know which one of those it was, the father, mother, child, kin?
You would have had no real context for just the general reminder. It was literally just like a series of energy that had something of it's not really a body, but it did have something that looked like a long flowing tail as it just disappeared after the scales were destroyed. It ran through the cave area that you guys had walked through to get to the scales, and then it left through the portal that you'd opened to get there in the first place. And before you got back, whatever that thing was had already long since disappeared through the gateway. There was no context or writing or visual that you could associate with any of the assorted family.
So who did we meet? I'm asking it, of course.
They just kind of stare for a second, and the core just says, "We're unaware. We can't feel them anymore. It has been too long, but we will continue to serve as they demand we did so long ago."
So once we gather all of those, then will you let us free this creature?
If any of them come here, we are at their whims. If they demand the child released, we will do so faithfully. For you, we cannot do anything.
How many of you are there here?
There's a kind of poetic answer in a weird way where it's... You kind of have to associate it for yourself, but what they say is, we are endless, we are few. As long as time persists, we will pursue.
As long as time persists, we what?
We will pursue.
I see. And I guess you will pursue if we release it now, right?
Yes.
Yes. Well, those things don't want us to release this just yet. No.
You start to notice a couple more of them just outside of everyone's visions start to pop up.
Yeah, you've been translating back as you've been receiving the messages, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, of course. I've been saying it like.
Carrick's going to ask and just say, wouldn't it be worth just asking them that, considering we have the orbs that can correspond with the egg, would an audience be asked of us if all of the kin and, well, it tradespeople required to be here for the ceremony of the egg require us to come back here.
Do you ask that on his behalf?
Yes.
The only response you get is you hold the pentacles. Your importance is set. When and if you are summoned is when and if you will be allowed to see the egg again. We will not stop you from coming to visit. We do not have that power, but we would prefer you not bring attention to it. As the holder of the pentacles, you are to be trusted and guided to where you need to go, so that we might see our people again. And as they say our people, you all hear the words our people in your heads.
So, I think we can ask them to take us out or to the, to the tower so we could close it or something.
I'm going
Right,
to
and we
probably assume that they're not friends with the Kraken, or was the Kraken an intruder?
Good question. I'm going to ask them that.
What was the Kraken to them?
Mm-hmm.
They'd managed to convince the Kraken that the child was the creature's. They'd managed to psychically manipulate it into serving their whims. So it was a means to an end.
I see.
The only problem is that doesn't extend to anyone new. And because you guys were strangers at the time, they were not going to remove the shackles and say, no, don't hurt them, they're fine. You guys were non-entities.
I see. So, no hard feelings, right?
Yes.
Yes, hard feelings?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, so I think we're mostly down here. Maybe we can ask them to take us back to where we need to go.
That might be an idea.
What do you guys think?
Where do we need to go?
Not staying here.
We probably need to go to the tower. But right now and I look around, burned up like a motherfucker. We might need to rest a bit before going to the tower.
So as that situation is over, quick general consensus. What does everyone want to do? Do you guys want to stay here and rest, or do you want to go back up and try to rest?
How long does
You know,
underwater?
it's... Wait, that's a good question. How long does water breathing last?
Not long enough for a long rest.
Yeah, it's probably best we get back up.
Maybe get this health one?
Oh, it lasts.
No,
It lasts 24 hours. Never mind.
Wait, how long have we been down here?
Not 24 hours.
We will manage to get a full long rest.
Yeah.
Right?
You could literally get 2 in the time it takes.
Oh, good. So I'm going to tell them, listen, you saw what happened there. We just need a moment to rest, and then a few hours to rest, and then we'll go. Okay?
The core doesn't seem to change.
I'm going to turn to the egg creature and tell him I'm so terribly sorry, but your friends don't want you out yet.
The call
So I
shifts.
can't take you out at this moment.
The call shifts to say, it's okay. You will be back. You take that as a question.
Yes, we will be back. Don't worry. Do you happen to know who the father, mother, child, kin, and king are? Does it ring a bell?
The the pentacle shifts, and for you, it relays the father, mother, child, kin, and king again. And the creature, you see as it's looking toward you, it looks to you as if you should know what it's saying, but you literally do just get the same sentence back. There seems to be some kind of language barrier that can't be broken for this.
Okay. I need to resource this. Right now it doesn't ring a bell, but yeah. We'll just rest here for a bit and then we will go.
The creature swims around in its egg just slightly. With that, if you guys are taking a long rest, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody
Yeah.
recover everything. That will be session. I'm gonna go make some food and stuff.
Yay, I'm back to 73 HP.
I thought you were cooking before.
How much?
My other half.
73.
Oh fuck. I have like 30 something.
Yeah,
So
Lee brought me
seven.
down. Lee brought me down to 4 HP.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I banged you like right up.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said why the comment I made to Lee was made, because it was like, you're an